Hey, welcome back to DieCash Cars. So every year I feel like Mattel is always throwing gimmicks out there in order for us to purchase more of their diecast cars, whether it's with Matchbox or Hot Wheels. And to be perfectly honest guys, they succeed because they're always picking gimmicks that are based on the times. So if you go back to the 90s and the early 2000s when diecast cars were more kid-centric and everything was based on looking cool and going down the track faster, they gave us things like color shifters and faster than ever wheels. And then if you fast forward to 2010, 2015, when everything was becoming online and there was all kinds of interactive games, they gave us Hot Wheels ID. And we bought into every single one of those gimmicks wholeheartedly. Fast forward to today, 2022, we are coming off of one of the worst pandemics of our generation. We have countries at war that are impacting oil reserves, and we're seeing that at the pump. And although Hot Wheels and Matchbox are not necessarily cars that actually use gas and oil, they definitely represent the automotive industry. And I think it's pretty neat that Mattel is taking on that responsibility and showcasing what they can do as far as sustainability, bringing us this Matchbox Tesla Roadster that is 99% made from recycled content and a full entire packaging format that is biodegradable, made from recycled content. I mean, there's no plastic at all within the packaging. So I just think they did a great job. And coming from the production field, it's not an easy feat to do. I mean, we look at different forms of packaging materials all the time, and what we always run into is that recycled content tends to reduce the strength and the rigidity, the overall performance of the product that we're producing. Not to mention, there's just the higher cost of using recycled content versus virgin materials. Which goes to explain why this car was selling for $25 off the Mattel Creations website, which really turned off a lot of people from picking it up because you're not getting any kind of Mattel Creations or RLC treatment as far as Spectraflame or details. And you don't even get real riders, there's no metal base. But Mattel and Matchbox really just stood by the principle of what this car really means. And what it means is a fully electric vehicle, which I personally feel like that's the direction that the world is going. I think we're, as much as I hate to say it, we're starting to get tired of all the gas and the dependency on it, and moving on to cleaner sources of energy. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm actually pretty excited about this Tesla Roadster, which perfect timing for this video because this car is gearing up to be launched next year, 2023. It sounds like off the Tesla website, you can actually start to pre-order this car as of right now. 0 to 60 in 1.9 seconds with a top speed over 250 miles per hour, which is just nuts. Affordability on this car is going to be a whole separate conversation though. $200,000 base price, which probably means the average Joe couldn't afford this car. But nonetheless, we have it in diecast form, which as of right now, it's pretty good. I mean, the symbolic meaning behind this car and what it stands for, I mean, that's enough to just have a couple of these in my collection. And this one from Matchbox that was carbon neutral and recyclable and biodegradable from a packaging standpoint, I mean, I had to have it in my collection. So as far as value goes on this car, it's not doing so well. So like I said before, it was a $25 price point off the Mattel Creations website. It was about $5 shipping and tax. So basically $30 out the door. Right now it's selling for about $35 to $40. And I really don't see it going up anytime soon. I mean, we'll see when this car actually releases next year. Fingers crossed, hopefully it releases next year because it has been delayed for the last 3 years. But if and when it does, and if it performs the way that it does, it's going to be revolutionary. It's going to basically beat out every other super hyper car that's out there from a speed standpoint. And if it lives up to its 650 miles per charge promises, I mean, I feel like this is gonna change the way everybody looks at EVs moving forward. I mean, you gotta admit that Teslas are definitely growing in popularity. I talked about this one before, but this is from the 2022 release, the Tesla Model 3 that came out of the Fast Sedans Walmart premium set that had come out just a couple of months ago. But every time I check the stores, guys, this car is always gone and the rest of the set is always there. So I personally believe that this Tesla Roadster, along with all the other Tesla lineups between Hot Wheels and Matchbox, could definitely see a spike in value moving forward, especially with the growth and development of these cars in real life. And the last thought I'll leave you guys with is, when I think about Tesla and EVs and full electric motors, I always think about these three cars right here. The Holy Trinity. You got the McLaren P1, the Ferrari LaFerrari, and the Porsche 918 Spider. All hypercars with monster engines that utilize electronic assist motors that just make the performance of these cars absurd. If the Tesla Roadster can live up to its hype, I can see that interest and that demand transferring over into the diecast community. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know how you feel about Tesla. Like, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time on DieCash Cars.